Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the channel. I hope your day and your week have been going very well so far. This is Clash of the Titans, the video series here at Guy Boston Sports, where I go through each and every single ranked, unranked matchup throughout the entire college football season, giving you guys deeper insight, deeper analysis, but more importantly, more picks for each of these big-time pivotal college football showdown. We've got a good one in today's video. We have number 25 ranked Arizona going on the road, taking on number 20 ranked Arizona State in a rivalry showdown that has massive implications for seeding, for bowl games, so much more. And as always, guys, I've got some really great picks to go ahead and share with you. But first, as always, people, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. It helps the channel grow, and it really does mean a ton to us. All right, guys, with a new week of college football comes some new opportunities to go ahead and make some money, and there is no better week to make money than rivalry week. So many great games. This is one of 6 Clash of the Titans. Whoa. Really got tongue twisted there. One of 6 Clash of the Titans videos coming out on the channel this week. So if you haven't, guys, make sure hit the subscribe button down below and follow along for all the great college football content we have coming out this week and throughout bowl season, college football playoff season, all that good stuff. And last thing, guys, before we go ahead and dive into today's video, we are running a special promotion for Black Friday / Cyber Monday over at the Fade Me store. We are offering up to 50% off on our merchandise going through December 2nd. So you got some time here. Take advantage. Go ahead, buy gifts for yourself, buy gifts for your loved ones, your friends, whatever the case may be. We are offering up to 50% off now through December 2nd. All the different hats, hoodies, shirts, shorts, everything that we have over on the Fade Me site, like I said, on sale now through December 2nd, celebrating that Black Friday Cyber Monday cycle. Make sure to take advantage of that promotion. Again, the link down below in the description for the Fade Me store. And yeah, with all that being said, guys, let's go ahead and break down Arizona State. All right, guys, Arizona State, little Friday night lights action, 9 p.m. kickoff on Friday night. I have 3 picks to share with you guys in today's video. We have a money line pick, we have a team total over pick, and we have a player prop to go ahead and close out the video. Our first pick in today's video is our money line pick here, and jumping over to the outlier screen. Our first pick in today's video is Arizona on the money line, which I am grabbing for minus 114, best odds available to me over on Novig. Now, the odds makers are essentially telling you in this game that this is going to be a coin flip. Okay, the spread itself is 1.5 points. The money line is pretty close to even here. Odds makers are telling us it's going to be a tight battle, it's going to be a close battle, and it's really anyone's game. But if I have to pick a side here, I am backing the Arizona Wildcats because they are the team coming into this game in better form. Now, at first glance, Arizona State having a pretty solid season overall, and even their recent form hasn't been terrible. They've won 4 of the last 5 games, including handing Texas Tech their only loss of the college football season. So it's hard to really talk too much smack on Arizona State. But there's more than meets the eye. Shout out Transformers. When it comes to Arizona State, first and foremost, they are missing starting cornerback Sam Leavitt. Leavitt, not good with name pronunciations there. But obviously, he has been out. Now, they have won a couple of the starts without Sam Leavitt this season, including coming off a very dominant win over Colorado last week, killing them 42-17. And a game that made it look like Arizona State doesn't really need Sam Leavitt to win games. We have to be fair, though. That was Colorado, not exactly the toughest of competition. Besides that, they have a very narrow win against West Virginia, a narrow win over Iowa State, and a loss to Houston. If we look at the last 4 games for Arizona State. So they're not necessarily coming in this game in bad form. I just think Arizona is coming in this game in better form. Since the Iowa State loss back on September 27th for Arizona, they've either won the games outright or lost in 1-score games against pretty good competition. So since the Iowa State loss, they've crushed Oklahoma State. They lose to BYU in a close 1-score game. BYU, obviously, a top 20 ranked team in the country. They lose by 3 to Houston, who at the time I believe was ranked in that spot on the road. And then since the 3-point Houston loss, the 1-score Houston loss I was going to say, they have blown out Colorado. They beat Kansas. They beat Cincinnati, who at the time was looking pretty good, and they crushed Baylor last week. So this is an Arizona team that's coming in better form with some more impressive performances on the road to this game, and they are 100% healthy. Well, let's not say 100%, but they are the healthier team. They have basically their complete team coming into this matchup. I just have some questions about Jeff Sims, the backup quarterback for Arizona State, who is starting in the place of Sam Leavitt. if he can hold his own in this spot. Now, they're at home, and Arizona State is not a pushover team by any means. There's a reason why they are ranked higher than Arizona. Defensively, they are a solid team. Not a great team defensively, but a solid team defensively. They got a pretty decent pass rush, and they're top 30 in the nation in terms of rushing yards allowed per game. So pretty good defense overall. Again, good, not great. And you flip it to the other side, their offense is solid, although you have seen the passing numbers kind of drop in recent weeks. This is a pretty damn good Arizona State rushing offense. So there are some good metrics to support Arizona State, and they are a home, of course, in this spot. But sort of ending the niceties there with Arizona State, this is why I like Arizona. Let's start listing off the reasons why I am pro Arizona in this match. But again, we already talked about the fact they're coming in this game in very good form, looking like the more complete team entering this matchup. Arizona's also been pretty decent on the road this year. Okay, they've won back-to-back road games. Again, we talked about how they lost to Houston earlier on the road, and then Iowa State, yes, they did lose that Iowa State game. But looking at their last 3 road games, Arizona has looked pretty decent. Again, they've either won or lost by a 1-score game in each of their last 3 road games. They're not a great road team, but they have been playing better on the road of late. And again, against the spread, the numbers have been even better on the road for Arizona. Now, looking at it from a numbers perspective here, Arizona, the better defense in this spot, top 25 scoring defense in the nation, top 10 passing team. They're not giving up many passing yards. Now, the run defense, a little more suspect, which obviously might be a bit of a problem considering that the Arizona State offense strength has been running the football. One key thing I like to look at in this spot, and it's one of the big reasons why I think Arizona can pull off the win here, is the fact this team forces a lot of turnovers. They are top 10, in the nation in terms of turnovers forced per game, forcing 2.1 turnovers per game this season. That is phenomenal. Now, Arizona State, they don't turn the ball over too much, but you do have a backup quarterback in Jeff Sims who's completing just 53.6% of his passes so far this year, so not the most accurate guy. Considering we have an Arizona defense that forced a lot of mistakes, you could see an interception or two thrown Arizona's way that could kind of throw the game. Again, when you have this sort of tight battle where, one more time, the sports books, they're telling you based off of the odds and the spread, this is going to be a tight game. That ability to create turnovers and force turnovers against a more inexperienced quarterback could be huge in this game. And on the flip side, Arizona's passing offense against Arizona State's passing defense, there is a clear advantage there as well for an Arizona offense that is top 30 in the nation in scoring, and they don't turn over the ball over that often. They're giving the ball up just once per game, top 30 in the nation. Now, their offensive line does give a little bit of cause for concern. And again, they don't have any major, like, it's not like they're so much better than Arizona State. They don't have too many massive advantages. I think these teams are pretty even for the most part, but a couple of those little things go in the favor of Arizona, and that's why I'm leaning with them in this spot. The ability to go ahead and create turnovers, their passing offense against this Arizona State passing defense, the recent form, and the fact they're able to go ahead and stop the pass and force the run. If they can even slow Arizona State's rushing to attack down a little bit, Arizona is going to be in a really good spot in this game. And the last thing to note, guys, before I move on to my next pick, is the sort of revenge factor here for Arizona. Last year, these two teams played. They played, obviously, I think this is the 99th meeting between these two programs. Okay, last year they played at Arizona, and Arizona State crushed them 49-7. A lot of returning faces from that game for the Wildcats, and you just know that has that extra motivation factor here. Coming off that embarrassing loss on their home field last year, you know coming into this one, they have an opportunity to pay it back and beat them on their own field and get a measure of revenge for how last season ended. So I think the motivation factor also sort of sides with Arizona in this spot. Like I said, it's still ultimately kind of a coin flip game. It's a very tough battle, two solid teams, but ultimately I trust Arizona a little bit more right now than I do Arizona State. And for my second pick in today's video, guys, I'm going with the Arizona team total over here, 22.5 points, which I'm grabbing for minus 140 over on DraftKings. So Arizona team total over 22.5 points. And obviously, as you can see right off the bat, the data is phenomenal on this team prop. A 91% hit rate on the season for Arizona. 10 of 11 games, they've cashed the over, averaging 33.45 points per game this season. The only game this year they did not cash this over, which granted is kind of a lower line. They only need to score 23 points to cash the over. The only game they missed this was versus Iowa State back on September 27th, aka the only game this year they lost by more than one score or didn't win. So that's the only real bad performance they had all year long. Besides that, they have been dominant. And you look at the last couple games, 52 points versus Colorado, 41 versus Baylor, 30 versus Cincinnati. Arizona's offense has been pretty good of late. Again, you can narrow it down the last 5 games, averaging 35 points per game. Last 10, 9 of their last 10, averaging 32.8 points per game. Whatever way you want to spin it, the data looks pretty solid. And again, like we mentioned, Arizona State's defense isn't bad, but it's not great either. It's somewhere in the middle there. You see top 54 in the nation scoring. They're giving up on average 23 points per game. So all we need Arizona to do here is score what the average team scores against Arizona State, and we're good to go here. And again, we talked about already, Arizona, that clear advantage with their passing offense against Arizona State's passing defense there. You see the clear advantage. That's where we're hoping they can go ahead and make a difference. Also, the fact they're pretty clean with the football. They don't turn the ball over too much. Arizona has the opportunities to score points in this spot. They only scored 7 points last year when they played Arizona State. I think you're getting a much better result this time around. Look at the last couple of games for Arizona State. Now, granted, they only give up 17 versus Colorado, but that's Colorado, a very big difference in competition there. West Virginia, which isn't that great of a team, scored 23 points. Again, that cashes the over for us here. Iowa State, which is an up-and-down team this year, they scored 19, and then before that, Houston had 24 points. If West Virginia and Houston can score 23 or more points, I don't see why Arizona can't do it either. Again, considering all the good data we have here, it's a little concerning. It's only minus 140 considering it's a 91% hit rate, but understanding it's a rivalry game, understanding that Arizona State, they're not pushovers on defense, I get it to an extent, but I think this is really great value on a really good prop here for Arizona. So that's our second pick in today's video. Real quick, guys, before we finish off with our player prop, our final pick in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the sponsor of the video, Novik. Guys, if you have not dabbled into peer-to-peer exchanges, you are absolutely missing out. Using Novik allows you to get unbeatable prices and lines on just about every game. Why? Because there's other users who are setting the lines. They are setting the odds. You are competing with the other users, not the big-time books. Peer-to-peer is growing at a crazy rate, and you don't want to be late to this, guys. Use the link down below. Sign up for Novik today. Spend $5 and get $50 instantly in bonus bets. One more time, guys, because it really is a great offer. Use our link down below in the description or the pinned comment, our promo link. Bet $5 and get $50 in bonus bets instantly. Great, especially with the holiday weekend this weekend. You have Thanksgiving. You got so much to bet on between NFL, NBA, college football, so much stuff. As you can see in this video, the moneyline play for Arizona, the best odds available to me came from Novik. So really great value. More often than not, I'm finding that Novik offers the best lines for a lot of these picks. So make sure to go ahead and check that out. Shout out to Novik for sponsoring today's video. And again, one more time, link down below in the description as well as in the pinned comment. Bet $5, get $50 in bonus bets. All right, guys, last but not least, our third and final pick in today's video is our player prop, and we have Noah Fafita for the Arizona Wildcats over 1.5 touchdown passes, which I am grabbing for minus 121, best odds available to me over on DraftKings. Data is pretty solid on this pick as well here. You see 7 of the last 10 games, Noah Fafita has cashed the over, averaging 2.4 touchdown passes per game over his last 10 games. We go ahead and narrow this down to the 2025 season. He's cashed the over in 64% of his games this year. That's 7 of 11 games, averaging 2.27 touchdown passes per game this season. So really good numbers across the board here for Noah Fafita. Again, last 2 games, Cincinnati and Baylor, he only had 1 touchdown pass in each of those last 2 games, but in this matchup, I like him to throw a couple touchdown passes. First and foremost, not a bad matchup. You see Arizona State this year averaging 1.4 touchdown passes allowed per game to opposing team. That's 61st in the NFL. So it's a decent match there. As you can see from the matchup ranker here, it's a neutral matchup. Not great, not bad, but overall a decent matchup here for Fafita. You also have the insight provided by Outlier, which indicate that he has exceeded 1.5 touchdown passes in 5 of his last 6 games on the road, averaging 2.2 touchdown passes per game over his last 6 road games. So efficient on the road, decent matchup here. And we can look at the last couple of quarterbacks against Arizona State. You see Julian Lewis for Colorado, just 1. Scotty Fox for West Virginia had 2. And then Rocco Becht, and Connor Weigman, they both had 1. So not a ton of great numbers there. But again, it's like I said, it's not a great matchup. But overall, it's an okay, solid matchup here. The key thing in my big thought process with this pick is the fact that Arizona State defensively very good at stopping the run. If you're going to beat this Arizona State defense and their team in general, you have to be able to throw the football. And again, you see Arizona's offense, the strength this year has been the passing game in comparison to the run game. Now, the run game is still pretty solid, averaging over 150 rushing yards per game this year. But again, 70th ranked rushing team in terms of yards per game, 44th ranked passing team in terms of yards per game. So it is a good matchup spot here overall for Arizona, considering the fact that Arizona State's weakness on defense, one more time, as I mentioned a couple times in this video already, is their pass defense. Taking that into consideration, I think you're due for a game. And again, you have that revenge factor, like I mentioned. He did play against Arizona State in that game last year where they lost 49-7. He threw one touchdown pass in that game. He struggled in that one, and I do think there's a measure of revenge here. Getting to play them again on the road, you know he's going to be motivated. This whole Arizona team is going to be motivated. So I like the spot here as the third and final pick in today's video. Guys, that is it for me today. Thank you very much, as always, for watching. One more time, please make sure to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit that like button, and drop a comment down below. And again, do not forget, we have a ton of videos for college football coming out this week. This is one of 6 Clash of the Titans videos, so make sure to check out all of those. We also have our full Week 14 college football picks video coming out, along with NFL and so much other stuff. So make sure, guys, to go ahead and check that all out. Until next time, I hope you're all winners. Let's go ahead and make some money.